Namaste, I'm Dr. Smita Agrawal. Since 2 days I was talking about Vedas, so let us proceed in that aspect of talking about Vedas. Firstly, I would like to say Vedas have been taken in high regards to be the most profound and the most logical knowledge in the entire Indian spiritual realm. So I would like to say there have been various scholars here in India. One such scholar, Mr. Arvind, he is not just a great Indian scholar, but he is well versed in the knowledge of the worldly, spiritual, and religious knowledges also. He has proclaimed the Vedas to be the greatest of knowledge and the most ancient knowledge, which are most logical and most analytical. So, these have been the highly recommended remarks on Vedas. Then Vedas, as we say, whenever we talk about knowledge, what comes to our mind? Knowledge should be something very serious, something very grave, people giving long discourses. But in Vedas, there's a lot of musical aspect related to it. There are a lot of rhythms, there are a lot of resonance, there are a lot of music, aru and avrodhya rhythms of the singing, chantings, and the hymns, like to purify a particular environment before pujas. Vedic mantras used to be chanted, and they also used to be of different harmonious tunes, and they had different. They had specially three sounds. I would like to tell about that: Uddat, Anudat, and Swarit. So in all the Vedas, all the mantras have been recorded in a form of all these sounds, so that they create the maximum influence on the human consciousness, and a very mellifluous and a very rhythmic to hear. So Vedas are not something which we like. And in the ancient times, to please Lord of Indra, Lord of Rain, Indra, we used to have a lot of chantings, lot of Vedic mantras to be chanted during that time, and all these have been mentioned in Samved. So Samved basically incorporates all the rhythmic aspect of the Vedas. And one thing more, in Vedas there are a lot of synonyms used, and every word has a different meaning, and it is used in different aspects. But every word which is used depends upon the sound. The particular sound decides the word, that the usage of that word. So there are a lot of knowledge, lot of words in Vedas, and every word is a representation of certain meaning, which is in turn decided by the sound which has been incorporated in that particular mantra. So this is a beautiful aspect of Vedas, and as we'll move further, you will start enjoying the knowledge of Vedas, because when I started reading about the Vedas, I started enjoying it, and then I started enjoyed writing it down, and more than that, I enjoyed telling about it. So there's a lot of symbols in the Vedas, and as we'll come across the different Vedas one by one, I'll be explaining you the meaning of each symbol. Thank you so much.